haven't even had time to pick our ear crusties yet this morning.
This is Slim.
Drop a wallet!
This is Chili. And I'm Soph. We live aboard our floating home Nakama, and the last few months home for us has been island hopping around the coral coast of Australia. Following a recent decision to head south for summer, avoiding the cyclone season, we have found ourselves locked up. And how did we get here? Well, it all started with Simon making a cake.
Hey! Let's out of focus again. We're in focus. For Soph's birthday, I'm going to try and make a cheesecake thing. I tried to keep the cake a secret from Soph, but I couldn't do it, and she was very determined to come with me in the shops. Baking is just one of those things that I'm useless at, but Soph always makes me a birthday cake, so I'm gonna give it a red hot crack. I'm Slim, we're making a cheesecake, and this is Chili.
Do you know what you're doing?
Yeah, marginally.
I've never seen you make toffee before.
I make toffee all the time. I think I've messed this up. You see, the beauty of toffee is you kind of want it to burn anyway, then you get that nice brown texture. Perfect.
Is that how it's meant to look?
This is exactly how it's meant to look. Anyway, look, you like this, and then roll it. I reckon I'll f*** that frying pan.
So once you've put your fire out...
Nothing about that went according to plan. In. Good. Start smelling burning plastic. Stop. Buttery biscuit base. And then just whack it in the oven for like 240 degrees. Oh shit, there's eggs in there. Medium hot. Thanks for coming.
So, how old am I turning on Monday, you ask? This face? She looks younger than she is, right? And you probably already know because it's in the title. I'm gonna be 23. It's a good year for it. I couldn't have wished for it to be on another year, to be honest. I'm so happy.
Mother, perfect. Morning. It's about 5:30 in the morning. We're just woken up. We're gonna try our luck at getting out. So probably go check the bar. Where can we just go? What? Where can we just go? Alright, we're not checking the bar. We're doing it. We'll just take the ropes off then.
Are we right?
Yeah, we'll be right. Wait, where are you? There you are. Say f*** you, Chili. Moment of truth.
Our autopilot's not working.
What?
Or depth sounder.
He's cut all the instrument wires. I'm watching you.
Watching you. Hope you got pants on.
You have to choose the depth first.
While you're sailing, you can fix the wire.
Morning, skipper.
Morning. Swell's quite big today, as always, but especially peaky, but it's fine. We're not worried about it. Basically, we don't have any instruments today. We're using a sextant only. They've accidentally ripped out the depth sounder, and also the autopilot's not working, so that's also fun. There's a big wave coming.
Hey. Whee! Whoa, definitely a bit of swell on. Alright, we're out. It's always such an element of stress to it when you haven't done it in so long. Not made any easier when you turn everything on and it's not working. I guess we figured we'd done so much work with the instruments and stuff of late that we were like, well, we just fixed the auto helm, of course it works. But something's happening with that, but that's okay. I don't know, we never even had time to get used to having one of those really. Soph's folks are taking their boat along too. They'll probably overtake us at some point today. when it comes to finding an anchorage, we'll just nestle in somewhere near them and go off what their reader's saying, I guess. It's good to be back out on the ocean.
It's so beautiful. The sun just popped itself up. It's really nice. Hey! Happy birthday to Sophie! Yeehaw! The engine has never sounded so good. Really happy about that. When we get back in, we'll check the oil and see how it's holding up. We've got about a 35 nautical mile sail today, over to Trail Bay. We've heard there is an old historical jail that sits on the headland there that we are eager to check out. The Naiad still hasn't caught up to us. Must say, the calm is pretty speedy. We did have like an hour head start and they are catching us, so. We just got ourselves set up. It was a beautiful northerly breeze. We finally got ourselves set up on course. Like we jibed, put the preventer on. As soon as we put the preventer on, actually it seems like a recurring thing. As soon as I put the preventer on, the wind completely changes. And it just swung to our nose and then the wind just dropped out completely. We got to get there before stronger southerlies kick in, so.
I haven't even had time to pick our ear crusties yet this morning. I don't know, I'm pretty cozy in this though. This is my new wet weather jacket. Never had one of these before. Be grateful. The land's just there. You can't see it though because there's all this fog, and I think that's what's making it so chilly. And boat with no name, formerly known as Calypso, now potentially known as Fika, is gaining on us.
So just put the heady out, gained 0.3 of a knot, and wind is right there. And we are still motoring. The engine's going really well. I think this is probably a good time to just give it a good run and build some confidence up with it again. It hasn't had any issues so far.
It looks like blue flavoured Powerade, Kool-Aid stuff. Soph's proofreading my most recent assessment for me. Find all my spelling mistakes. Alright, wind's shifted for us and we're actually sailing along quite nicely at the moment. We're both buckled into our hats, slipped, slopped and slapped and sailing.
As the wind picks up, it's amazing watching the ocean respond and evolve with conditions. It's a gentle reminder to never get complacent while sailing. We deal with what we are dealt, but we are far from in control. I guess that's just the beauty of it. We're trying to get here, but with the wind being on our nose, we are actually heading somewhere over here.
It's motoring in, gonna creep somewhere up in there. Super windy, bang on our nose, so on our way in.
Where are those guys?
The wind's finally sort of dropped behind these hills.
A little bit, getting there.
Still definitely really windy.
5, 6, okay.
This helicopter's being real staunch. As you can see, yeah, we're here. We're here, we made it. Still getting circled by the police helicopter. Look how low it's flying, it's beneath the trees. We're on a boat, so figured it's only appropriate that we talk about anchors. We are in 5.6 metres of water apparently, because that's what Soph's mum yelled out to us from across the sea. Hello, 5.6! So that was really helpful. So we put out 20 metres of chain, set the anchor. Even though it's pretty much high tide, it's just so swelly and the swell's going to pick up that we just dumped an extra 10 on top of that to make sure we're not going to pop the anchor out riding it over any of the sets. Now, so we can actually get a good night's sleep tonight, we're going to put a snubber on, so we're not just hearing the crunch and bang and rattle and stuff while we're trying to sleep. And how does one snub, you might ask? We'll attach your snub to the thing. The next step in, whoa, how's these? This is why with this,
We're going woo, up and down.
that anchor's going go, 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 go. So, snubber. Next step in successful snubbing is release your regular safety. And then we're gonna let the snub down until it's a little bit in the water, pretty much just a little bit lower than where that blue ribbon currently is. Our 30-metre ribbon. Someone will probably be pissed off. Oh, it's not 30 metres, it's 50. Quick! So now I'm going to let the little bit extra out, a little bit more slack. What's happened?
So I went to blow up the dinghy and I did the keel. And then I found this in the bottom of the boat and I was like, oh, no worries, I'll just stick that back. Wait a second.
What's that thing?
So, look, it's just a hole. That's meant to be on that. We don't have a dinghy.
So we just called Jerry and Annette to be like, can you come pick us up? Our dinghy's pickled. And they're like, yup, 1 sec, our anchor's pickled. So, welcome to boat life. It doesn't discriminate. It's all too much for me. I'm going to go for a swim. Try and freshen off like a little musical daisy.
The old girl needs a good scrubbing. Can you hear Simon peeing?
Yes.
I'm so sorry. The old girl, this old girl. Well, so we're just gonna get some things together, go over to the mothership. I'll probably use their showering facilities. I know they have a shower. How crazy is that? Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Come have a look. It's a little bit burnt. We're going to dress it with your finest Woolworths passion fruit pop in syrup. Only the finest things for Sophie on her birthday.
We probably could have just bought passion fruits.
I use passion fruit season.
What about plates?
We've got plates.
And this is the caramel stuff that I tried to make. It goes like this.
You're gonna put the.
It's a bit late. Sophie already started.
No, do more. Hang on.
Fell over.
The lights
This-
in here always do something funny. Oh my
So
god.
delicately placed.
The best cake.
I'm very
Definitely
impressed.
taste the speculatos.
I think it was really good. I think you just needed a little bit more liquid in it to make it fluffier.
I did read that in the recipe afterwards.
Yeah.
It all started on a lovely summer's morning on the 8th of February, 1998. Scratch that, it started about 9 months earlier on a cold winter's night. But nevertheless, it all leads up to today. The 23rd anniversary of the birthing of Sophie. Moving aboard a boat at age 1, she soon decided she liked horses. Dabbling briefly in the arts, she progressed on to pursue a career in netball, but the ocean never truly left her heart. So she said screw this, and moved back onto a boat. And here we are, at Trial Bay. Alright, we're packing a picnic.
There's like a lighthouse walk that we're gonna go do. A little walk around the headland. Should be fun. Mum and Dad have lent us their dinghy. We just rowed it back. We're gonna put our board on it and go ashore.
Do you want me to go down? I'll be the down
Okay,
one.
you can be the down guy.
Swell.
Bye. Have fun sailing.
It's birthday! Woo! Into this. Oh, here we go, here we go! Woo!
Ah, this is the most terrifying dinghy ride I've ever done in my life.
Careful. Lean back. Nice! Skipper!
Oh my god. Okay, so I think by now I probably would have said that there's a jail here. We forgot our wallets because they do tours and you have to pay for one. But we forgot our wallets. So you just worked your wizardry.
Well, I had a chat to them and I informed them that we'd sailed for 9 hours to be here because Soph wanted to see this jail on her birthday. And we're in, and then we'll call them and give them some money over the phone at a later time.
Sounds good.
Maybe. No, we will. They were so lovely. Oh, this scratches its balls. Scratch, scratch, scratch.
Oh my god. Snip,
Oh, now
snip,
it's
snip.
even. Yeah, I'll lay that one.
This is the Trial Bay Jail. Jail spelled G-A-O-L. I had no idea you could spell it like that. Anyway, in the era when the sea was the main highway linking Sydney to Brisbane, Trial Bay, named after the shipwreck Trial, was at midway to offer ships a place of refuge. The prison was built between 1877 to 1886 to house prisoners brought here specifically to construct a breakwater to offer the base and protection. The construction of the breakwater made extremely slow progress, with storms and gale force winds causing the prisoners' efforts to wash away. After 10 years, it only measured less than 1/7 of the length they had planned. So these are spy holes you can see in them before opening the door, the guards did, and look. How scary is that?
Yeah, so what, they'd make them stand up against the back wall then.
Oh right, to see.
And they knew if they were standing there, if they lined up with that tiny line, because it only shows a certain spot on the wall, which is far away from the door.
So this is the place where the guards would watch them, the watchtower, and watch the inmates work on the break wall. Also, fabulous view.
Granite too.
Each cell is furnished with a strong iron door with ponderous bolts that when shut would exhaust the creativity of any man to open. Once cell block B was complete, all men slept one to a cell in hammocks, with cell doors locked and lights out at 9 PM. So the lighthouse is a 10k walk there and back, so I don't think that's going to be achievable for us today. So there's another little bay that we're going to go walk to called Little Bay. Holy shit! I'm not distracted, the camera's on at a slight angle.
Took a little bit of a detour to find this. Looks like a medieval portaloo. It's basically at the jail we were at earlier today. Some general from somewhere was visiting for the day and seeing where they were storing all their explosives to work on the break wall and was like, no, won't have it, needs to be further away from here. Build one well away up on that hill. I always found like the old generals to be funny. Workers are doing like, you know how much of a mission that's going to be. But anyway, there was 2 of these things built, and then the night there was some German monument destroyed here in or following World War I, someone somehow blew up the second one, and I'll show you what the second one looks like.
I was 23 years old that I found out the word magazine had 2 meanings. I had no idea.
This was an ammunition magazine, wasn't it, Soph?
Yeah.
You can see it, look.
So someone blew up this magazine and now it's a pile of rubble. It just went. We hope you enjoyed this week's video, and hey, if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button. We post videos weekly of the highlights and lowlights of sailing life. Join us next week as we again repair our mainsail before having a mad ride back to fix all the things we just broke. See you then!